for another video. I've got a sweet little Archer pottering around in the background, but I thought while Atticus is still asleep for a nap, I would get together some of my toddler favourites. I don't know about what age you guys consider that move or that transition from like toddlerhood to kidhood, but Atticus is 3 years old at the moment, and I would say he's like just bridging that gap and becoming much more of a kid. But here are some of my favourite things in that kind of age group that we've absolutely been loving. Really fantastic for more sort of independent play, but also things that help him to explore the world around him and have been firm favourites in our. If this is the first time you've come to say hello, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kitty. I am a registered general nurse. I'm also a lactation consultant, antenatal educator, hypnobirthing instructor, birth and postpartum doula. Quite a mouthful. I have a fabulous e-course that is available on my website that I'll have linked down below, as well as loads of freebies that you might enjoy. Generally, I cover things related to pregnancy, birth, postpartum, breastfeeding, and apparently newborn and toddler essentials. So today I'm going to be sharing all of our favorites. I'm going to dive straight in. I've got them all laid out just here. So the first thing that we have absolutely been loving, and I actually took it down to show you, is our sensory swing. So we got this special clip. I just went into the hardware store and asked them what clip would be best. It's almost like a raw plug thing. So you open it and it like opens out, just making it super safe. And it's this beautiful like mustardy color, and it's super stretchy, and Atticus spends hours in this thing. I have found, I don't know whether it's a boy thing or an age thing, but particularly first thing in the morning, he's so full of energy. He's wired, and unless we go straight outside for a walk, he really needs to have somewhere to get his wiggles out. And this has been a lovely way of doing that in a really like safe way that means he kind of can regulate himself and then kind of come back into the room and be ready for another activity or ready to have some family time. So this has been absolutely wonderful. I actually got it from Amazon after shopping around a fair bit, and it's held up really well so far. I wish they had an adult version. Archer will also go in this every now and then, just kind of like sit and I'll like push him around or swing him around, but this has been really lovely, and I really think that everyone who has a toddler should get one of these. Sensory swing. The next thing is something that might be a little bit controversial, and it is a little toddler camera. This was actually gifted to Atticus for his 3rd birthday, and it's been so perfect because I do work from my phone while I try to film like I'm doing now when he's asleep, or when he's asleep at bedtime. I do check like my emails, my messages, phone calls, voice notes from friends or from clients and families who I'm supporting. You can see Archer's at the olive tree. Come here, baby. Come here. Hi to go. Atticus loves to take pictures and loves to see those pictures back. So these are really lovely. He brings them with him on his adventures, or if we're going kind of on a road trip or something, he will bring his little camera with him, and then on the way home we'll sit at the computer and like upload them, and he gets to look back at his little creations. So a lovely way for him to be creative without him having my phone all the time, because I'm not comfortable with that. This is super cheap. The only thing that is worthwhile noting is that it does make quite a loud like a clicking noise every time the photo is taken. So I'm sure there's a way of like turning down the volume on that I have not figured out yet. Look at my little baby here, is coming through. Oh my goodness. The next thing that we've been really enjoying is this. It's a new addition. Sorry that the light keeps going in and out, it's super crazy. This is a Yum box. We got this from Earth Mother. It literally arrived the next day. It is almost like a bento box styled lunchbox. So it's got the place, we've got space for dairy, so that'll be like dairy alternative for us. Fruits, veggies, grains, protein, and it's something that we got for him because we wanted for him to have his. You're so shrieky. We wanted him to have his own little lunchbox starting kindergarten this year, and he's been really excited about it. He got to pick out his own color. It's super sturdy, and we've already kind of put it to the test a couple of times whenever we've been going away for a little bit, and for him to have his own snacks in the back of the car. Highly recommend. The next thing then, do you want this, baby? Speaking of road trips, some of the things that we brought with us. These books by Galt. They are the water magic books. So you literally get to use them over and over again. Water reveals the colours on the page. So you go over with a wet paintbrush, or it comes with a little pen that ours we've now, of course, lost. And so they can use it in the back of the car. If they're painting, or if you're at a restaurant and you're just trying to keep them entertained. These he's used again and again, and then we just leave them in the sun to dry out, and you can use them again and again, and it's so lovely. And he's been really, really enjoying those. We have like 3 or 4 of them now. We've got the animal one, we've got the vehicles one, and I think we've got like a farm one or something like that. Really, really nice. Atticus is also still super obsessed with books, so I've just picked out his 2 favourites at the moment that we have been really enjoying. Actually, this whole series is really lovely. This is the Big Book of Bugs, and it's literally a big book of bugs. It's so fabulous. So we can learn all about the different bugs, and it's got such great illustrations, and then go out and actually find them in the garden with one of my next favourites. It's a little, this is actually from Tiger, I think. Don't know how you tell. So you collect your little bug, obviously we put them back straight away, but you put them inside there, put it on the little lid, and you can use it like a magnifying glass to really just examine them and then bring them back into the wild. So Atticus has been super into bugs recently, so they have been really, really nice and a great way to get your kid outside. We love like scavenger hunts, like collecting different things, looking for white things, big things, small things, fluffy things, feathered things, and he'll often go out with like this and a little basket and come back like hours later. Like he's just so happy pottering around in the garden. So that's been really nice paired with the Big Book of Bugs. The next thing that's been really lovely, and we've been kind of into learning about the alphabet and words and reading recently, and this is the Animalalphabet, and it's just like, from a parenting perspective, the most beautiful book. But Atticus loves it too, which I really like, because a lot of times those really beautifully illustrated books kids don't like as much as us. So really, really nice, and it's got like the lift the flap version on some pages as well. Just really unusual as opposed to the typical like A for apple. So really, really nice. Been really enjoying that. And the next thing is Magnatiles, and I might have already mentioned this in the last kind of update that I did on what he was enjoying, but these Magnatiles are still going strong. This was a set again from Amazon. I try not to buy from Amazon, but these were the cheapest that I could get them, and he now likes building much. He used to just stack them, and now it's amazing to see how much he's developed and how much he's now able to think outside of the box and use his imagination. So he's building like whole worlds with these. The only thing is that his brother also really likes them, so he likes to break down whatever he's made, but we're working on that. Magnatiles, if you haven't gotten a set for your toddler, go and do it. And then last but not least, 2 things. First thing, you can see in the background, I haven't actually got it set up yet, but that is the Pickler triangle, which actually we are borrowing from a friend at the moment, and it has just been so lovely. We've used it inside on rainy days, we bring it outside on sunny days. Both of the boys love to do it. They climb up one side, they slide down the other side, you can flip it over, you can make it high, you can make it low. Totally worth the money. Just make sure you have somewhere to store it. That's been our problem, as you can see. So that has been something he's been really enjoying, as well as obviously like climbing outside and on trees and rocks and that kind of thing. I need to make a whole video about risk for kids and how to like navigate risk as a parent. That's going to be my next video, so keep your eye out for that one. Last but not least is these wobble boards. We have 2 of them. This one I particularly like because it's got that felted back. Ooh, it's dirty, gross. But it's got this lovely felted back that's raised. So it means that if Archer were to get his little fingers stuck under there, it wouldn't hurt him. But we actually ended up with 2 because we got one as a gift and we bought one ourselves at the same time. So they are fabulous. We use them not only for like rocking on, but also for like sliding down. I will set up like an invitation to play with like cars at the tops for them to drive down. We'll put it up on the side of the sofa and make it into a slide for teddies and dollies and that kind of thing. Really, really liking these. Also really beautiful piece to just have in your home. So I hope you've enjoyed all of this. I'm surrounded by so many gorgeous toys. Toys don't always have to be aesthetically pleasing, but for me, having a slightly smaller living space, it has been absolutely invaluable for us to have something that I'm okay with laying around, and the boys absolutely love them, so that's just a bonus.